it's Lighthouse Angel. It's Monday. I hope you guys are ready, starting your day with that energy of gratitude and thankfulness, expecting good things to happen today. Make sure you continuously say that, expecting good things so God can open those doors for you, right? Okay, well, I'm excited to get this reading out to you. I went ahead and already got the overall energy for the reading. I'm going to clarify it with a couple of cards and get some messages from the Lighthouse box today. Also, remember that all of my readings are timeless. So when you find this, it's always in perfect timing, okay? And if you're new to my channel, welcome, welcome. On this channel, we focus on taking you from zero to hero in your own life, giving you the tools and information that you need to grow and expand and come in alignment with the best version of yourself. And always, always, always keeping the divine number one, okay? All right, so first things first, there has been this song that has been playing all day long, okay? And I'm actually really excited about the song. In fact, when it got downloaded into my head, I immediately brought it up in my phone and I had to play it. And it got me pumped up. So I'm really excited for whoever this song is for. It's an old one. So, but the song is I'm a Brand New Man by Brooks and Dunn. So for my men out there where this song resonates with, congratulations. Congratulations. You've come home to yourself. And I'm so proud of you, so excited for you that you feel like you're a brand new man. So congratulations. Hopefully that song resonates for you, okay? So let's get started. Now, I pre-shuffled to save time. I didn't pick these cards. These are the cards that came out when I shuffled. So keep that in mind in the storyline. Also, just take what resonates. Leave the rest behind. Don't force it to fit. You know, this reading may not be for all of you, and that's okay. So don't force it to fit, okay? We have aspirations. It says, let go of your worries and soar to new heights, harnessing the boundless power of your will. I'm also getting like through your aspirations, you've become this brand new man. Okay, so take that if that resonates, okay? But you're no longer allowing your worries to hold you back. You're allowing yourself to go with the flow, soaring to new heights, using that power within, okay? And then we also have number 44, which is you know the way. Trust your intuition on this journey. And then we have number 4, which is be still. Cultivate a space of stillness and silence to just be. Okay. Now, 444 is divine protection. Okay. So I feel like when I got these cards, you need to trust your intuition on your journey. And in stillness, you're going to receive all the answers. Okay, eliminating those distractions. I'm also getting that if you're spending a lot of time on social media and it's just creating distractions or bringing doubt to your intuition, you need to eliminate that, okay? And allow yourself to just sit in a space of stillness and silence and just be and find comfort in that. You make it aspirations or ideas in silence, too, is what I'm getting, okay? But you are divinely protected here, is what I'm getting, okay? And then we got a scripture that is, I am saved by grace through faith in Jesus Christ. And this is Ephesians 2, verses 8 through 9, okay? And this is the gift that God has given you here, okay? That you have been saved through your faith in Jesus Christ here. Maybe you have gone to him for your healing on your journey here, embracing the stillness and silence to just be and let him and the divine do their work on you here. And you're trusting and listening to your intuition on this journey here. Okay? And by doing so, it may be bringing out this endless power of your will or your desire to inspire, reaching new heights here. We also have focus on what is important to you. And I feel like that's releasing these worries, allowing yourself to step into your true power here. It says, don't give your time or energy to your worries, as this would only amplify them. Focus on what matters to you most. With every thought, you are creating your future. Yeah. I'm getting distractions with this. It's like maybe there's something that you're doing on a daily basis that is distracting you and not realizing that it's affecting your energy or it's affecting your mindset, getting you into your worries and fears instead of stepping into your power here. That's kind of what I'm getting, which is why you need stillness and silence. I heard breakthrough. So through stillness and silence, you're going to have a breakthrough. Okay. And then we got these 4 cards, to kind of make it funny and bring some fun to the reading from my Sassy Spirits deck. And it is, the first one to come is, if it comes back, it's either meant to be or it's a roach. And she's like, it's destiny, right? And then here's a roach. What I'm getting with all these cards is that it's saying a storyline. So I'm going to go through all of them, okay? But you may be concerned that someone's going to try to come back into your situation here. That might be one of your worries or fears. Take that if that resonates, okay? And then we have, you are not everyone's emotional support wizard. Right? It says, help me. Nope. Fix this. I'm sad. Fix this. Right? So what I'm getting is you may have someone wanting to come back around and wanting you to be their emotional support because they feel that you are their destiny, or it's meant to be, or you are meant to be with them. Okay. And they may use their emotions or the need of emotional support to rope you in. I just heard rope you in, okay? And then we have, you're not cursed. You just need better time management. Okay? And she's like, I'm cursed. Okay, so maybe your time management is getting off because someone keeps roping you in to their emotional turmoil. That's what I'm getting here. Okay? You need to set firmer boundaries here. Okay? Because and trust your intuition that being still is the answer. Like they need to seek the divine, seek Jesus for that emotional support here. That you aren't, I just heard Mr. Fix It. Okay, so I'll take it as Mr. or Mrs. Fix It here. I feel like it's intervening with your own success or your time management here. Okay, and I feel like this is emotional manipulation is what I'm getting. Okay, emotional manipulation here. And they're using that to rope you in, and now it's messing up your schedule and your time, okay? Because then this is the final card that came out after these, and I feel like this is the final card as to the solution of this. It says, you've outgrown that BS. Now act like it. And it says drama script, toxic, done, okay? You've outgrown this BS of being emotionally manipulated, pulling you into the drama that's now messing with your own schedule and your own time management, or it could be delaying your own goals or your deadlines here. Okay? You need to see yourself as somebody who has outgrown this, standing tall, standing firm in your boundaries, understanding that this is emotional manipulation. It says right here, done. Okay, like you're done of this drama script. You're done of the toxicity. You need to hold your power, stand in your truth, that you've outgrown this BS and you're going to act like it. And they may be dumping their worries or their fears and trying to rope you into it being your problem, right? You need to trust your intuition on this journey and find stillness and silence to just be. And that's where you're going to find divine protection. Divine is going to be with you and protecting you and guiding you in that silence and solitude. Okay, so let's get some cards to clarify it. Okay. And maybe that's why I was getting that. I got Mr. Fix-It and I got the song that said brand new man. It's like, you've outgrown this BS. You just need to act like it. Embrace that new you with boundaries that are non-negotiable is what I'm hearing. Non-negotiable. You're not responsible for this person's emotional affairs here. That your job is not to heal them or bring them peace. It says overcoming obstacles. You can overcome anything. Yeah. You may be having a hard time putting your foot down with this person, or they're coming in wanting you to help them overcome their obstacles here. Right? And you're like, you know what? I've outgrown the BS. I'm not willing to cross that boundary. I'm just really getting emotional manipulation here, okay? So trust your intuition on this. I also feel like Jesus is coming in and saying, I'm here and I'm guiding you, okay? So get into that silence and get those answers. Yeah. Embrace enthusiasm. Shout to the heavens with happiness. Okay. I feel like this is how you're going to feel by overcoming this obstacle here, standing in your power, saying, you know what, I've outgrown this BS, and I'm stepping into my truth, my authenticity. I've overcome this obstacle where I'm no longer entertaining emotional manipulation, okay? And I feel like you're going to be shouting at the heavens with happiness and enthusiasm by standing in this power. You're going to be blessed with something that's going to allow you to overcome an obstacle here. So maybe by standing in your power, okay, choosing yourself in a situation here. And this could be through an emotional manipulation situation where maybe you didn't realize it was happening. And by stepping away and choosing yourself, you realized that you've outgrown the situation, right? Choosing yourself, even if it created obstacles in your life, knowing that you would overcome anything, okay? And now I feel like you're going to be embracing enthusiasm and shouting at the heavens with happiness because you chose yourself. And now you're going to be blessed for that. Okay? That's what I'm getting with that. So let me get one more card and then I'll get some messages from the Lighthouse box. Oh. Endurance. It may be a long journey, but it's a beautiful way to go. Patience is rewarded. Yeah. I feel like you're going to be rewarded for your endurance here by the divine. Because you chose yourself. No longer entertaining lower vibrations or situations that you've outgrown. You see the BS. You can't turn your back or deny it. And you're just standing in your truth and your power, overcoming any obstacles by making this choice. No longer allowing yourself to be emotionally manipulated. And you're going to be shouting at the heavens with happiness because your patience is going to be rewarded here. Okay, for your endurance. That was required by choosing yourself. Now, when you choose yourself in a situation and it's not the easier path, for example, like, maybe you have a job, okay, and you get paid a lot of money, but it's not aligned with your truth. And you're being emotionally manipulated or taken advantage of, and instead you decide to step away and choose yourself, knowing that it's going to put you in a financial strain that is not going to make your path easier. This could have been the endurance that you've been having to muddle through here. You're going to be rewarded for this by the divine, by overcoming this obstacle, shouting at the heavens. And that is because you don't need to rely on others, that the divine and Jesus has saved you, and by your faith, you're going to make it there. Okay? And also we have a confirmation here that you're divinely protected. Okay? But they ask for you to step away from distractions that are entertaining your worries or your fears here. Okay? All right. So let's get some messages from the Lighthouse box. Okay. You could be seeing butterflies as well. Okay. You may be thinking to yourself, oh, I don't know how I'm going to overcome this. Okay. The divine is going to walk you through this. Okay. He's going to walk you through this. And it's instilling growth and expansion and faith within you here. Okay. So it's going to have a purpose in the end. Love them anyway. Luke 23:34. Okay. You may not be willing to entertain this person or their BS, okay? And you're going to hold that solid boundary, but you need to release with love, right? Love them anyway from afar, okay? Protecting your energy, protecting your boundaries here, okay? Releasing out of love. We have the Four of Cups. Now, what I'm getting with this Four of Cups. Now on the Four of Cups, this person is sitting here leaning on a tree and they're staring at these three cups, and the divine is delivering a brand new opportunity, right? But this person is too busy staring at these other three that they are no longer excited about, even bored with, okay? So what I'm really getting, the energy I'm getting with this is that you are too busy staring at the closed doors that you're not seeing the bigger picture of this new opportunity that the divine is delivering. That's a new open door here, okay? And this could be your reward that you're receiving here. You may be evaluating the past opportunities or past people, right? And the divine's like, hey, I've got this new, and cups usually represent love. Okay. So this could be love or it could be a job opportunity, but it's the divine delivering it to you. But, sometimes we spend too much time looking at what we lost or, those closed doors, that we're not seeing that there's the one being offered to us. If we would only just look up, look away from the closed doors. Okay, and I feel like this is might be happening here. Is that you need to stand tall, knowing that you've outgrown the BS of the past here, that you might be staring at or reviewing or going over what happened, right? The divine's asking you to look up at this new opportunity that's going to be offered to you here, and you're going to be shouting at the heavens with happiness about this. And maybe you don't see it coming. This could be a surprise because you're sitting here like waiting, bored. You could feel restless, I'm hearing. Okay. Change your vibration. Change your life. Yeah. You know what? I'm getting this with brand new man. It's like you changed your vibration and you're seeing how it's changed your life. This might have been the energy that you were in. This boredom, apathy, not seeing how you're going to have any good opportunities in love. Like these other options may have not stimulated your intelligence, or always just felt like you wanted to walk away from the situation when you should be really wanting to stay. But these situations you just kept wanting to walk away from. And now you're going to be shouting at the heavens that you've changed your vibration. It's changing your life. And this may have been something that has been a long journey, but you're going to be rewarded here for this, that you've overcome this obstacle. Imagine your mind like a garden and your thoughts are the seeds. You get to choose what seeds you plant in it. You can plant seeds of positivity, love, and abundance, or you can plant seeds of negativity, fear, and lack. You can also spend your time trying to take care of everybody else's garden, or you can work on making yours beautiful and attract other beautiful people to your garden. And I feel like that's the latter part of this, working on your own garden, making it beautiful, attracting other beautiful people to it. Okay. And you're going to be doing that in this higher vibration that you've overcome here, or you're working on overcoming here. No longer being that Mr. Fix-It for everybody. That's what I'm hearing. Okay. Your smile can change the world. Yeah. This is about, and we have a smile here, a smiley face here. Make sure you hold that smile on your face. Okay. Maybe you don't realize how much of an impact it has on others. And I feel like you're bringing that smile. This is what I just got. I feel like you're bringing that smile with you to your garden that you're making beautiful, and you're attracting other beautiful people to it. And you're going to be killing it with your smile. That's what I'm getting. Okay. It says, he heals the brokenhearted and binds up their wounds. This is Psalm 147:3. Yeah, this is what the divine does. You no longer need to be the emotional support for this person who thinks that you are their destiny here. That may be messing up your time or your schedule, right? You need to hold true to your power, knowing that you've outgrown this BS, and that they need to go to the divine, because he is the ultimate healer. He heals the brokenhearted and binds up their wounds. So if this is someone you left behind, okay, and maybe they see that you are building this beautiful garden of yours, okay, with positivity, love, and abundance, and they're trying to rope you into their emotional toxicity here, you know, they need to get healing from the divine here. They need to seek Jesus and allow him to do the work on it. Not you. It's not your responsibility. Okay. It says, choose happiness. Yeah, that's what you're doing here. And you're creating this beautiful garden here. Okay. Lighting up the world with your smile, I just heard. Lighting up the world with your smile. Okay. And it could be like through some sort of aspiration that you are working on or doing, okay? Choosing happiness, and it's creating a beautiful garden here. So let me get the change jar, okay? And what I have today on the quotes on the jar is, you are loved. Make sure you celebrate yourself, okay? You are loved, and make sure you celebrate yourself, okay? All right. Okay, we have do what is right, not what is easy. Oh my gosh, that's what I said. I gave that example. Yes. I said, you may be faced with a decision, or have in the past, of, that situation that I offered about the job where they paid you really good money and made you financially secure and, released any worries in that department. But then it was a toxic environment, so you had to pull yourself away, not making your journey easy, but you're choosing to do what's right. You're going to be rewarded for that, okay? Color the world. Yes, this is about, and we have a rainbow here. This is like coloring the world with your healing nature, using your smile, your happiness, your high vibration here, creating that beautiful garden that you are building for yourself with your positivity, your love, your abundance here that's going to be attracting others. It says, be proud of the choices that you make. Yeah. Doing what's right and being proud of that choice. Okay? All right. And maybe that's something I'm going back to this here. Maybe that's something that you keep staring at because it wasn't an easy choice. You were proud of it, but maybe it's given your life challenges of having to endure a long journey of patience, waiting for things to expand or that financial blessing to arrive. But you're going to overcome this obstacle, and you're going to be shouting at the heavens that you stood in your power, not accepting this BS, right? Knowing you've outgrown it and choosing your happiness, knowing that your vibration, your positivity is changing yourself, it's changing your situation, but also changing others is what I'm getting, okay? So let me get a card to close this out. And sometimes, when we have to make decisions that we know that are right, but they're not easy, we can, and it pushes us into difficulties or obstacles. It can make us second guess if we made the right decision, okay? But you need to trust your intuition. Get into solitude when you start having those doubts, or you're being emotionally manipulated and trying to be roped back into a situation that you know you made the right decision on because you've outgrown it. You need to take the high road. You need to take the high road. I just heard you're worthy of your own beautiful garden. That's what I heard, okay? Yeah, number 88. You could be seeing that number. It is, I am wealthy. You are on the cusp of a prosperous and abundant spiritual life. You will find numerous opportunities for success and achievement, all of which bring financial and material abundance into your life. Okay. I am wealthy. This could be where you're going because you chose yourself. It wasn't the easiest choice, but you knew you outgrew it. You weren't going to be roped into anything that was going to be a toxic environment, and doing what's right. And I feel like by making those choices of doing what's right, you're coloring the world here with your light, with your energy, with your vibration here. And you need to be proud of these choices because it's bringing you into your abundance here. Okay, and this might be the very thing that you're going to be shouting to the heavens with happiness, is that you may not have seen that those hard decisions that weren't easy, that created obstacles in your life by choosing yourself, is actually leading to your success. Okay, I heard success of your divine path. Okay, all right, so let me get you a miracle mantra and I'll let you go. I am in the flow with universal wisdom. Yeah, you're going with the flow on this, knowing that the divine has your back. Okay? Staying and holding that high vibration. I trust that all is happening for my highest good. Yeah. You understand that choosing yourself, making those right choices, even though they may have pulled you into obstacles, you're choosing to be proud of those choices, knowing it's for your highest good here. Okay? Because you're open to healthy, meaningful connections. You may have been in some toxic, manipulative situation that you're no longer willing to negotiate on. Okay? And it's bringing in your blessings. Okay? It's bringing in your blessings. All right. Sunflower. Number 26. That could be significant. That's also number 8. I honor my worth and silence self-doubt. Yes! This is about tending to your own garden here and filling it with that positivity, that love, that abundance, knowing your worth and silencing any self-doubt or worries or fears, knowing and trusting that everything is happening for your highest good as you're going with the flow here, making those choices that may have been difficult to choose yourself, that may have put you into some kind of obstacle, but you're going to make it. I just heard you're going to make it to the top here. Okay? So release those worries, find stillness, release those distractions, and stand in your power, no longer allowing yourself to be emotionally manipulated here. And that may have been a long journey. Okay? But now you're being proud of the choices that you're making, even though they're not easy. You're choosing you. Okay? And it's bringing out your smile, your happiness, and through that, you're changing the world, okay? And you are being led by Jesus here. That's really I'm getting that energy strong. And for those men out there, okay, that you feel like a brand new man, congratulations, okay? Choosing yourself, removing yourself from some sort of manipulative situation here, standing in your power, no longer choosing any BS, knowing that you've outgrown it here. It's all leading to your blessings, your beautiful garden, okay? And you are attracting relationships and soul family that's aligned with that beautiful garden that you've created, okay? So that's the message I have for you today. I hope it's resonated with you. I hope it's given you clarity on how to get unstuck and move forward. But if you didn't find it resonated with you today, please check back tomorrow. I do daily readings Monday through Friday. But until then, celebrate yourself. Show off that beautiful smile of yours, knowing that it changes lives, okay? I'm sending you so much love and light. Take care.